Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes, and I was making a video on how to do the intel for the War Room. And this is what you're going to see. You're going to see a guide on how to get all of the intel in the War Room, and it's super strange because there's lots of pieces that aren't really where they're meant to be. But when we finished it, we got a hell of a surprise. So we got the cutscene you might have seen already. There's a cutscene once you finish this intel, which we've never had before, which is absolutely awesome. So if you want to see the whole cutscene, it's at the end of this video, or I have another video with it just in. And if you want to see how to unlock this cutscene, that's what this guide is going to show you how to do. So go through all of the steps of this intel, and then when you finish the last piece, you'll get that cutscene. And you'll sort of hear me cut off at the end, because I was kind of surprised when it happened. So enjoy the video, and if you do like it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you go over to challenges and missions and scroll down, in my previous video I did outside influence, so if you check the channel you'll be able to see the guide on how to get all of those. Now we're on the War Room. So for this one it just says stop Zakhaev. And the first objective says find a location in the message Ghost sent you. So press X to view intel on the right one. And then it shows you this kind of wall at the side of a road and you can see port in the background. So we'll head into the game and go find this coin. So this is the first piece of intel. It's right outside Bunker 10. You can see Bunker 10's just there, and we're just underneath kind of the monument near Park. So opposite Bunker 10, there's this wall, and you can see that's the view that we had in the picture, and the coin is just there. So you can tap F on it, just wait for Ghost to appear, then you can back out and go ready for looking for the next piece. So once you've got that piece, you can go over to challenges, go over to missions, and then scroll down, and then for War Room, we're now on 2 out of 7, and it says mark locations for the assault teams. If you view intel, you've got 3 different locations, and it says Price gave the green light, we hit the silo today. I'm guessing it's Bunker 10. Activate beacons for the assault teams. I've supplied a map of locations. Abort code is still an option if we can find it. So we're going to try and hit this silo, I guess, to stop this thing from launching. So let's go into the game and try and find these locations. So for this one, even though there's 3 locations marked, 1 on this building, 1 on the monument, and 1 at the base of that tower, you only actually need to pick up 1 of them. So you can choose which one, just whichever one's closest to the flight path, and then just grab that one piece of intel. So you can see it's just down here, this backpack. Press F to collect the intel. Then you've got the Ghost one seat, that's already done. So you can, if you want, go pick up, there's 1 on the monument, or there's 1 at the base of that radio tower. So it's up to you. But once you've got 1, that's enough. You don't need to get all 3, and then you can go back out ready to get the next piece of intel. So once you've finished that, you can go back over to challenges, then missions. And there's something strange happening at the moment where it actually jumps. We just completed 2 out of 7, but it'll just skip over 3 out of 7 and go straight to 4. So 3 out of 7 says learn about the Office of Requiem, and you can view the intel where it says there what the hell was Office of Requiem. And then it just talks a lot there about energy weapons development, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency for Energy Research, Office of Requiem. Requiem something to do with zombies, so that's very, very exciting. And it talks about Dr. Strauss was handpicked by the director of Requiem. It talks about security clearance. It talks about candidates for the Requiem Strike Force will be drawn from British SAS, MI6 and German BND, among others. These are the people who we can get in Requiem to go into the zombies mode. But it just skips straight over it and doesn't let you actually do anything with that. So I don't know where that one is. Hopefully it will skip straight over for you. I'll update the video if at some point we actually have to go back and do this. But it will skip you over to 4 out of 7. So this one says Ghost tracked Armistice 3-1 to a campsite near the prison. View the intel, and it's just a little note saying teams are inbound, abort code still viable. Tracked Armistice 3-1 to a campsite west of prison. See what you can find. So we're going to head into the game and try and find this campsite west of the prison. So for this piece of intel, my flight path was really good because it's right over the top of it. It's this little campsite just to the west of the prison, exactly like the intel says. And it's on this little ridge just here where my marker is. If you look on the map, it's just up there as a campsite. And we'll just land down there, you'll be able to see it quite easily. There's like a little sort of campfire and things like that there. And if you swing in, you'll find up one of these backpacks and you can just collect the intel there. There's also these cool little balancing rocks here, which is the only place I've seen these on the map. I think that's kind of cool. But once you've found it and you've got the ghost thing flash up, then you can back out of the game and get ready to get the next piece. So once you've got that piece at the campsite, you can go over to challenges, go to missions, scroll down, and then you can see on War Room now we're on 5 out of 7. It says interference is coming from Bunker 11. And if you view the intel, it says heavy comms interference like when all this began. Source is Bunker 11, need to find a way in. Zakhaev used phones and bunkers against us, maybe we can turn the tables. But there's something else, half a click off the coast. This threat isn't just contained in Verdansk, which sounds very ominous. So we'll head into the game and work out how to get this one. So this next piece of intel isn't actually anything to do with Bunker 11 at all. Instead, it's near the coast, which might be linked to what it's talking about in the intel. So it's at this shack near prison. You can see on the map, it's just west of prison. There's this little shack here. So if you enter the code, which is 729485531, the door will unlock. Again, you won't really hear confirmation, but you can just go in here. And then this is the room, and you can just see as soon as you go in here, it says collect intel. So this is something where I'm not entirely sure where the actual prompt is. If you press collect intel, you'll see Ghost appear in the top right to just sort of let you know that you've collected that bit. And that one's done. Also of note, the RCXD isn't here anymore. There used to be an RCXD here. But yeah, this is a very strange one. We really thought this one was going to be in Bunker 11, but it's not. So this shack, just down there, and the code is 72948531. We'll back out and then go into the next game. So after you've done that, you can go over to challenges, go over to missions, scroll down, and you'll see now we're on 6 out of 7 for the war room. And this one says broadcast the abort code from downtown. So view the intel, and this shows you the rocket that's in Bunker 10, and it says the abort sequence is 6157. And it says head to the roof of BCH4, which is the TV station building, I think, in downtown, and get the message out. So we need to go and broadcast this abort code. So we'll head back into a game and do this. So then for this last piece of intel, you want to go up to the BCH building, which is this big brown building. You can see it on the map just here. So it's just in sort of northwest downtown. And then the intel location is just at the top of this big sort of transmitter. You can press F to collect the intel. I suppose that is broadcasting the abort code. And then you can hop out of the game to check out the last piece of intel. So once you've done that and you broadcast the abort code, we can go over to challenges, go to missions. And now we have a cutscene.
Demon teams have cordoned off the silo. Guys, report.
At the tower with Ghost. We hacked Zakhaev's comms. He's up. Stand by.
Our victory today will be decisive. Together, we put a knife to the neck of history. It's time now for the final cut.
All stations be advised. Zakhaev's lighting the fuse. We don't have much time. Farah, where are you?
At the entry with Alex, creating a diversion.
Guards are coming our way now, actual.
Keep them busy.
They came to Verdansk to stop us, but they couldn't resist fighting each other. This war is 50 years in the making. No more treaties, no more diplomacy. These weapons will no longer lie dormant. Your work is not in vain, Father. Show yourself. You're wasting your...
Victor.
Captain Price, I am not surprised.
You're a dead man, Zakhaev.
I started a war. Killing me won't stop it.
Oh, I won't kill you. But the fool will wait. All stations. Zakhaev is dead, but the missile is hot. Nick, I need the codes now.
Copy. Use context flow.
6,
1,
1,
5.
5. Say again. Nick. Say again. I've lost you, Nick. Bloody hell, Nick. The last digit.
7. 1, 5, 7.
What call signs this net? Launch is terminated. Mission accomplished.
This isn't over. Not by a long shot.
We're damaged to actual.
So, what's your position?
Have a click off the coast. Things are really heating up out here.
Hold tight. We're moving your way. On me.
That was amazing.